All right, let me accept that real quick. Okay, got it. Okay.
Coach Robert. My name is Caitlin Acevedo. I am excited to interview you for this passion project about soccer.
Okay.
He was my coach this year for the season, and we got, I believe, third place. Almost it was fourth. He was a very good coach, my best coach. The first question is, when did you first play soccer?
Well, interestingly enough, Caitlin, I never played soccer growing up.
You
So
did?
I was I learned soccer by watching my kids play, and I got into coaching soccer and interest in soccer when my first son had a coach out there, and I decided to help him out. So I was not one, I played baseball growing up, believe it or not, and then softball later in life, but never soccer, if you can believe that.
Um, what um what made you decide to coach girls youth soccer?
So I have three daughters that played sports growing up. And I originally, like I mentioned, I started with my son coaching because his coach needed a hand. And then I got to know a little bit about soccer coaching that sport. And so then I went ahead as my daughters got into the sport as well. I began to coach them, each of their teams, as I was available. And so that really kind of got me into the sport of coaching soccer. But I've been a lifelong coach of softball as well.
Um, I was wondering why you chose to put me in the soccer position.
Okay, so for you, Caitlin, what we do as a coach is we look at the athleticism of the girls that arrive on our team. And as coaches, what we do is we try to figure out what attributes do they have and where would that attribute fit for a position. In your case, you had a lot of speed. And so from a coaching perspective, that drew our attention to put you into the striker position because of the speed that you had taking a handoff from those midfielders and dribbling the ball and breaking away on the fast breakaways. Your speed was key to our decision to put you into the striker position.
Um, what made you decide to make these different skills such as eyes on ball?
So these little tricks that I have as a coach, it really, the eyes on the ball technique is really because at this age of coaching sports, at youth sports, there's a tendency for the players to shy away from playing the game better because they're afraid of a collision. And so two things with eyes on ball. Eyes on ball means that you're focusing in on your coordination, your hand, eye, foot, and ball movement coordination. But more importantly, and equally important, is allowing you to play the game without the fear of a collision. So that's one of the techniques that I had for that one. So hopefully that helps you to understand what that meant with the eyes on the ball.
Are there any tips for me to improve and grow in soccer?
Yes, for you, Caitlin, what I would say for you is because you have that speed, one of the things that, as you are aware of, when we were coaching you, we wanted you to learn how to finesse the ball and dribble the ball and be good with your feet. Because with the speed, if you can learn to dribble the ball and finesse the ball, stop the ball, and do what we call tricks in soccer, you'll be able to pull a quick trick on somebody and break away with the speed. So for you, continue to practice your dribbles, your short dribbles where we did the tap, tap, tap method. Remember the tap, tap, tap method? And that was to get you to shorten up your dribbles so that you didn't have long dribbles, okay? The long dribbles are okay if you're trying to get around a defensive player where you're essentially passing it to yourself. So you would come up to a defender, you would pass it around them, and guess what? Because of your speed, you would rush up to the ball with that speed before that defensive player could get there, and then you could resume the tap, tap, tap dribble. So for you, I think if you continue to practice to dribble and to handle the ball with your feet like they are your hands, because believe it or not, as you continue to play soccer and you get better at the striker position, being able to finesse the ball like it was a basketball or something that you were holding in your hand, your feet will do the same thing, but you have to practice, practice, practice. Okay?
Okay. Is there anything you would like to share or ask?
Well, I'd like to know, Caitlin, from your perspective, uh, what did you enjoy most about working with, number one, the team, the girls? That's the first question I'd ask you. And then the second question, even though, from a coaching perspective, we do the best we can as coaches to try and engage the players. What would you like for us as coaches to do for you different next time? What is your critique of the coach if you could try to help us to become better coaches?
There isn't really anything because you guys were amazing coaches, and I enjoyed meeting and playing with Elise. She was like kind of funny. I enjoyed playing with her, and then Gwen, she was like funny sometimes too. I loved this team. Um, it was an amazing opportunity to play this year, and hopefully I see them again next year.
Okay, good. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Caitlin. And I will tell you as a coach that you have a special gift in that speed. And what you do with that speed in soccer, if you continue to play soccer, or if you go out for track, or if you do softball, whatever you do, that is one attribute that you have in you that will carry you in any sport that you decide to play. So whatever sport you enjoy playing, continue to do your best and use that speed to make the difference in the game.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no problem, Kate. And I wish you all the best of luck. And hopefully, if you're out there in the rec league next year, we'll see you out there.
Yeah.
Okay.